Yes, I'm Keith Brock, and I've been asked by Ag Credit to comment on the growth and the various economic development factors maybe in central Kentucky. Because we know that what affects Marion County, where I currently reside and am currently an environmental professional, basically affects all of the counties in central Kentucky that's served by Central Kentucky Ag Credit. And you know what I'd like to do is I think I'd like to kind of introduce my background and where I come from as far as an environmental health professional. First of all, I live in Marion County, and I have for the past 41 years. Actually, I've lived here for the past 45 years. In the past 41 years, I've been involved in environmental enforcement. I've observed the growth in the county, and I've certainly worked with and been a part of the people and their families in this county. And you know, when you consider the growth that we all have across the United States, and especially here in Kentucky, you have to kind of stop and reflect on where we're actually headed, as not only as a society, but with our families and the different concerns that we have individually. I just left my office in this beautiful building here, the David R. Horrigan office building, and I check my computer every day. I have a world population clock on my computer. It's put out by the Census Bureau of the United States, and it tells us our current world population, and it also tells us the current population of the United States. A lot of people don't know that we're currently standing in the world at a population of slightly over 7.1 billion people. Kentucky is part of that growth, and the United States is growing almost exponentially, and we currently have a population in this fine country that we live in of 316 million people. But when you consider that Kentucky, for several years, has been one of the leaders in being the state that is most moved back to by people, then we can see as individuals and as leaders of our own family units and farms that it's really critical that we preserve and protect what we've been given to be stewards over. Now, we don't have a big county here, but we have a fine county. We have a real diverse geography, geology, topography, lay of the land. We have good land, we have knob land. And when I first came into the county in '68, land values, you could actually buy a lot knob land in Marion County for $50 an acre. And previous to that, knob land was going for the value of its taxes back in the '60s. Well, that certainly has changed, because people that live in the larger metropolitan areas have begun to see the value and the conditions of living in the central Kentucky area. I've always said that we're probably the best kept secret in this part of the United States, and it's because of the people. It's because of the way of life, and it's because of the presence of the ambiance of the land and the wonderful place that we live in. I've always tried to protect that through the years, and I know that Central Kentucky Ag, with their lending policies and all, have tried to imbue a better sense of stewardship with all the people in this county.